Imagine South African long jumper talent Asande Mthembu won gold at the All Africa Games with a jump of 7.86. Mthembu is the youngest athlete in history to win gold in the long jump in the Africa Games. He follows in the footsteps of Khotso Mokoena, Luvo Manyonga and Rushwal Samal, who consistently brought home medals. Asande joins us now via Zoom to talk to us about the Africa Games. Asande, a very good evening to you and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me, guys.
And I guess congratulations. How does it feel winning that gold in Accra?
It's been a huge moment for me. You know, when the news broke out, I was still competing, so we didn't have our phones on us. But when I finally got to it, I saw that everybody already knew back home. So it showed me that, you know, there's a lot of growth that's going on. I still couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. So it's been a wonderful experience ever since then.
And what was it like competing and the level of competition in Accra, particularly in an Olympic year?
The level was quite interesting. You know, I saw a lot of people doing better than they've done in recent years. So clearly, everybody's increased their game. You know, everybody's stepping up. So I think it's important for us to pull up our socks as well to meet the standards that are being portrayed lately.
I mean, speaking of that, looking at the distance that you jumped to win the gold, this is you've jumped much further than that. I think the last one was in I think Potchefstroom, or was it Maritzburg, where you managed to go at least 7.8?
Yeah, it was last year in March when I hit it was 8:08. And I had another couple of competitions. I think one at Tuks and another one I forgot where I hit 7.8 once again. So this distance is ranked. I think it's my third best ever.
Let's talk about then the Olympic year. With such a great performance, what are your plans and preparations to try and get on that train to the Olympics?
I think after the off-season last year, there's been a lot of changes that's been happening with me. You know, my body, I've gotten stronger, faster. So it's thrown out my timing a lot in a lot of different aspects. So I've been struggling a bit this year, you know, just getting back to my usual self. Training-wise, it's been going well. There's been a lot of progress. I think I'm getting better with each day. I think now especially, we've taken a couple of steps that are going to get me much closer to doing even better than I was doing last year. So obviously with the Olympics happening, I still have to qualify for them. So I think I can't yet plan for something I haven't set in stone. So the first step would obviously be to actually qualify, and then we can start talking about what are we going to do once we get there.
And what is your next qualification or event for the Olympics?
The next step towards qualifying for the Olympics is going to be at Nationals later in April. I'll be competing there, and it's going to be my next step towards qualifying.
And I mean, how do you feel ahead of that, particularly now being an African champion?
It boosted my confidence a bit, you know. I think knowing that even if you put me in a room against the best that Africa has, you know, the best guys in Africa from I don't know how many countries, and I'm still able to come out on top, it tells me that, you know, there is something that we can work with. Obviously, some of the guys did better in the qualifying rounds, and in the final, I was ranked about 8, heading into the final, and at the end of the day, I came out on top. So it also tells me that, you know, we have the ability to jump far, we have the ability to win on that day, we have the ability to be the best man on that day. So I think it's just a reminder to myself about who I am and what I can do and, you know, what I'm capable of as a whole, as an individual.
You've said before the Africa Games that you want to shine the spotlight back on on long jump. I mean, we know the likes of Khotso Mokoena and Luvo Manyonga have done it before. I mean, do you find that there's a bit of pressure for you to emulate and do what they have done and maybe achieve better than they have done?
I think there is a bit of pressure, but again, we have to look at where it's coming from. The comparisons are being drawn because I'm matching, or I'm close to matching what they were doing at my age. You know, what they were doing at my age is similar to what I'm doing right now. So I think that's where the comparisons are coming from in the first place. So the only job I have to do is continue on the same trajectory. And if I do that, it means I'm certified to be on the Olympic podium someday.
And just finally then, I mean, just talk to me about your general preparations. I mean, earlier today when I was speaking to you, you're talking about training. So there's no rest, no off-season for you.
It's been rough because, like I'm saying, a lot of things have changed due to the developments that have happened. So I think a lot of work is technical. You know, it's just getting to a comfortable place so that we're able to be comfortable when we compete. I think that's one of my biggest things. If I'm comfortable, if I'm happy, you know, if I'm in a good mood, then you definitely in for sure if you're in the crowd watching. So me and my coach have been working towards getting me to that comfortable place, or making whatever I'm doing now comfortable for me. So it means, unfortunately, there's not a lot of off days for me. It means I'm going to have to work a lot harder than I did last year to do better than what I did last year, you know, because every day is about making yourself better than yesterday.
Fantastic. Asande, congratulations once again.